The Hymn of the Pearl, the poem, The Descent to Egypt, Part 5.
Christ stripped herself of her royal investiture so that she could accomplish her mission of conquering over the ancient serpent in order to enrich us spiritually by partaking in our poverty. Because to be in the likeness of a mortal is being without the heavenly wisdom that gives life, which is to be impoverished. All of this is represented by the prince removing his brilliant tunic. MelquisedecLisbet, being part of the divinity, together with God the Father, stripped herself of her celestial garment, and without clinging to her divinity, was born as a mortal, taking the form of a servant in the likeness of the sinful body. She stripped herself of her wisdom, which is God's spiritual riches, and for a brief moment she partook in a body of death because of the covenant they had made between each other, and in spite of knowing that she would be absent from her true nature and physically apart from God the Father. That is why Hebrews 2:11 and 12 says that she was not ashamed to call us brothers, because in reality the true Christ is not an only Son of God, but his only wife. And although for a moment she was our spiritual sister, she knew it would be temporary because her mission is to make us her spiritual children, transferring us from the other side of the Jordan to this beautiful side, where the woman is saved by engendering children for God and making us in the image and likeness of God the Father and Mother. That is why it says, "Who has seen such a thing? Will a nation be born in one day?" By partaking in the dispensation of death, she becomes our sister, and she felt compassion for us, those who, together with her, were in the same place. The first dispensation, under the spell of the Antichrist, represented by the hissing serpent in this poem. We were taken out of that deception when MelquisedecLisbet was awakened from her deep sleep. No one will ever change the fact that it was MelquisedecLisbet who saved us as soon as she was awakened from her deep sleep. It did not take her long to show her compassion for us, who were left in the dark and without a guide, because the one we followed had abandoned us to our fate. That is why it says that she opened the prison for those of us who were held captive by the Antichrist, who never had intention to open his prison. He never admitted in front of us the real reason why he took Lisbeth as his wife, and lied to her and us for years. Once MelquisedecLisbet is awakened or resurrected, the recognition of her true essence began. She was reminded of her union with God the Father, Melchizedek, and that in reality she is his wife and the Creator alongside him. She began to understand why in the past she used to have visions of the future and why she felt she was very close to God. This beautiful poem perfectly describes that entire journey, detailing her story. Amen. To be continued.